Oh, right, all right, all right. We are back with the King of Cannons, and we have a very special game for you guys up here in the top right-hand side in the red. It is, of course, the OG Printf. The spreadsheet god, the never expand, one base or die trying. The guy who comes in my chat when he sees me cannon rushing not only gets disgusted by how bad I am at walling them off, but also by the fact that I often expand afterwards. But the reason this is such a special replay is because down here in the bottom left, we have a very special opponent coming in at 6.8k MMR on the EU server, the one and only Protoss monster. It is Showtime. That's right, this is the real Showtime. I saw the MMR on the loading screen. I was like, oh god, we've got Printf just under 6k on the EU server, is a GM player. But Showtime, 6.8k. One of the absolute best players in the world, called Demour, because he literally is a wall. He is a fortress. And he has got that name for a reason, but right now, of course, it is Printf who is going to be walling him out. Heads up, we did already cast the first few minutes of this game, and the internet died, so we're casting it again. But I love this wall off. Only 4 probes being pulled, and immediately going for a forge. So Showtime here is actually not going to commit a lot. He wants to force more money into this, but only 2 probes. It's really not that powerful. And Printf's able to get the wall off down, and he's still got 1 probe on the high ground. You can see Showtime walls off fully with the cyber core, so he's just going to try and get cannons up and stabilize that way. He already built a second pylon back here. Now, these 4 probes, the problem is if that probe gets up and gets cannons on the high ground, he's in trouble. He's going to lose this pylon in this position. So he cancels the first cannon, only pulling 6 probes, though. And if this probe of Printf just skirts around and gets more cannons down, he's fine. But he goes through the mineral line, a bit greedy from Printf. And he doesn't even start 1 more cannon. Even if he started 1 cannon there, I think that would have been pretty sick, because then the cannon would kill a few probes as they attack it. But as it is, I think Printf a little greedy there. I really do think he should have gone around the back of the mineral line, skirted the outside, and then thrown the cannons down. As it is, though, the probe adding its little taser beam and realizing he's walled out and he can't build more cannons, just 2 cannons, builds a gateway, goes back to building probes, drops 2 gases. But Showtime's already got his cyber core finished, and he's already got over 100 gas. Even though his second gas is a little later, Showtime's up a couple of workers, and he can put down a tech structure, but he's got to start it just before the cyber core finishes. Otherwise, he is going to lose the ability to build tech, and he opts for the Stargate. You'd rather have Immortals to clear out the cannons, but often, you know, your opponent's going to go Void Rays, off a Cannon Rush, and Immortals don't shoot up, unfortunately. So a good choice here by Showtime, who that probe wanted to spot the high ground vision, but the Stalker just inched forward and said, no, 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 no high ground vision for you. This gateway is surviving, mate. It's going to rebuild the cyber core behind this as well. Up on 23 probes versus 21. Both gases mining, just finish off that mining. And this probe is going to slowly start wearing down the pylon at the front of the base. The Zealot comes forward. Printf wants to kill that gateway. He's trying to position it. There we go. Gets vision. But the Zealot's getting low, as is the gateway. The Stalker is going to shoo that Zealot back. Zealot pulls back with just 1 hit remaining. He's going to let its shields regenerate. And a Stargate does start up for Printf. But the Stargate's already done. It's already finished. A Void Ray already on the way. Showtime here with a textbook wall-off hold. I would pretty much always pull probes and try to just man mode this, but Showtime is showing an expert ability to contain this pressure, deny it on the high ground. Behind this, he blocks the expansion, and he's slowly killing that pylon. We've got another Adept coming out here, or actually that is the first Adept indeed. A second Adept will queue up behind it, is looking to scout on through. And that Void Ray comes forward to fight the cannon, but the Adept does finish. He's going to try and take down some of these probes. Showtime loses 1 probe. Can he get a second probe kill? Nice pullback there from Showtime. Takes it down. He's got his own 2 shield batteries. A second Void Ray on the way. That Void Ray is going to go, it's going to take that one out. Prismatic alignment. Cannon cannot stand against a Void Ray and a shield battery. Printf here, he's just so behind on the Void Rays right now. He's a full Void Ray and maybe, what, 10, 7, 8 seconds behind on the second Void Ray as well. So over a Void Ray behind in production. And that Adept does finish, goes into the mineral line, but targets the gas workers. Those are the hardest ones to get a second shot on because they keep ducking inside of the assimilator. So I don't know if that was the best choice there. Only gets 1 probe, does buy a moment of time, but you know what doesn't have time? This pylon! He's literally going to get his base opened up and lose a pylon, almost hitting a supply block. He's got to replace that by just a single probe, adding that damage. Nicely done there. And it's just 1 gate, 1 Stargate up against 1 gate, 1 Stargate, but Printf is already taking a lot of damage on this gateway. Might lose that. He's got a cannon that's up forwards kind of guarding it though, which is making a decent difference. Void Rays just pulling back, trying to engage out of cannon range, but notice they keep kind of shifting forward a bit. Just taking a bit of unnecessary damage there is Showtime. More shield batteries working their way forwards, wants to support this as he breaks out of his base. And right now, remember, 4 Void Rays, or 3 versus 2, soon to be 4 versus 3. As the numbers grow, that's not going to be as big of a deal, to be honest. I don't really think that matters as much as the Void Ray counts get bigger. But check it out. We are going to see an Adept warping in up here on the other side of the map. Adept's going to warp in and counterattack. That's going to be friggin' huge. That Adept is actually going to be massive. If that can get on there. The Zealot actually sees it, so that Zealot's going to do okay. We'll be able to damage that Adept a fair bit. The Zealot was already on the red hit points, though, so not going to be enough. Void Ray's taking out cannons on the front here, and he's keeping Printf focused. Notice they keep spamming clicks underneath the Void Rays to stack them up. And because they're so busy microing, guess what? Adept gets there. You can't mineral walk through that. There's no minerals to walk through. So the Adept just shuffling around behind the minerals is grabbing multiple kills. The Zealot 2 probes. Will it grab a third? Almost. Not quite focus firing, of course. Got a micro at home at the same time, but gets on out of there. And oh no, Printf is in big trouble, man. He comes forward and grabs. Was that a Stalker? I'm not sure. Oh, he almost loses a Void Ray, though. Demour does come forward. He's got prismatic alignment. Printf does not, but oh, he can't lose that Void Ray, but he loses it. Oh no, Showtime there takes out one of the Void Rays. Perfect hold here by Showtime. I think he even used his shield battery overcharge. Void Ray count 4 versus 3. So I think one of the Void Rays did go down for Showtime, but you know what? His Adept's still here, and that might just be the checkmate. As long as he keeps this Adept alive, he's just going to keep picking off workers, man. So he even shades away ahead of time. He says, look, I know you're going to pull probes, but even if you surround this, you're not going to be able to get it. We're just going to shade away, kill 2 probes, waste mining time. And the longer this goes, the more trouble you're in. I mean, this really was meant to be about waiting for Showtime to slip up, but Printf, he's still down a Void Ray, and he's got this unsolvable problem, which finally he does solve by re-walling, but the Adept can come up and slowly kill that pylon, and anything like that is more damage happening on the side of the map. Showtime is adding a second gateway. He's already got 18 workers on minerals, as opposed to, what is it, 14 plus 2 on each gas. So we've got a broke Printf. He's even in Void Rays for the moment, though. Ooh, Showtime actually missed some Void Ray production. It's 5 versus 5 right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, one Void Ray falls on Printf's side a little bit quicker, but then the second one falls there for Showtime just a little bit earlier. Oh my god, this is so close. This is so close. They've both lost 4 Void Rays in this game. And at the end of it, they're both full on shields. So you know what? The Void Ray count is still dead even. But these Adepts, if they get in there, I mean, what do you do as Printf? You're dead. You can't defend 2 Adepts. He's on a timer. He's got to win right now. What does he do? Just all in with this Void Ray, right? He's got to just dive in and hope he catches Showtime away from the batteries. But there's so many shield batteries. You've got overcharge. You've got cannons of your own. He does a wall off. That's nice. Buys him a bit more time. Printf here, he's the master of buying time. But 2 Adepts and a Stalker are cracking their way in. Another Stalker warping in. As long as Showtime doesn't miss Void Ray production, I think this is totally fine for him. Printf's got to make a play. Yeah, Adepts are in the base. Printf's going to go all in on the other side. He stacks up, and he's like, please come and fight me. Showtime's like, no way, dude. I am killing your economy. All I need to do is defend and not take a bad fight. Printf getting desperate. He's digging deep. There's just no way, though. Whoever stacks up a little better and gets them all firing at once faster, because they're such high damage units, it can be big. Ooh, he gets one. Does get one Void Ray, and he's still got Prismatic Alignment turned on. He's trying to bait him into these fights. Prismatic Alignment's about to wear off. One more Void Ray for Printf. He's got another one comes in. He does turn on that Prismatic Alignment, but he loses 2 Void Rays. He needed to pull back. Without Prismatic Alignment, he was done. And remember, the workers were all gone on the other side of the map. The single hero probe builds a pylon, cracks the base, a single Adept setting up, and then more Adepts warping in for the follow-up. Hot damn. That was so sick. GG, well played. Printf there taking the fight to Showtime, and Showtime showing us a textbook defense of the cannon rush. A lot of people are like, yeah, get that, you cheater. There's like 12 pools. Some people are like, yeah, he held the cheese. Oh, you hold the proxy racks? Yes, I love seeing people hold proxy racks. But whenever people see someone hold a cannon rush, it's like there's this visceral reaction where everyone's, you know, it's like, I always imagine the stadium of everybody watching the match simultaneously getting a justice boner at the same time. It's not the pleats, it's the satisfaction of kind of, you know, you're there's this proxy revenge happening where you're like, yes, for every time I've been cannon rushed on the ladder. And everybody gets so excited. Thank you for the support, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click like, click subscribe, and check out the Patreon in the description below. Much love. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and good night.